The region deep beneath the ocean's surface is inhospitable on account of the absolute darkness, the freezing temperatures, the relative lack of food, and the crushing pressure. At first glance, it seems a virtually impossible place for life to exist, yet, as exploratory missions to the deepest parts of the ocean have discovered, it does. When the first excursions thousands of meters beneath the surface were made, explorers were shocked to find creatures living at depths previously thought to be uninhabitable. Over time, the marine life forms that dwell in the region deep beneath the ocean's surface is inhospitable on account of the absolute darkness, the freezing temperatures, the relative lack of food, and the crushing pressure. At first glance, it seems a virtually impossible place for life to exist, yet, as exploratory missions to the deepest parts of the ocean have discovered, it does. When the first excursions thousands of meters beneath the surface were made, explorers were shocked to find creatures living at depths previously thought to be uninhabitable. Over time, the marine life forms that dwell in these places adapted to their circumstances and proved that life can survive in the harshest and most unforgiving places. To deal with the lack of light so far beneath the surface, many deep-sea creatures utilize a form of bioluminescence, a chemical reaction in their bodies that produces light but not heat. Marine biologists believe bioluminescence serves several functions. First, for some fish, it acts like a flashlight by enabling them to see as they swim, while in others, it helps them attract mates. And some animals, such as the anglerfish, use their light to draw in prey, which they attack and consume. And however, bioluminescence is a poor substitute for sunlight, so many deep-sea creatures have developed extra sensors to assist them in finding their way. The stout black smelt has very large eyes, with sensors enabling it to pick up low amounts of light. Other lifeforms have evolved a stronger sense of smell to detect chemical scents emitted by members of the same species, which enables them to find mates. As one descends deeper beneath the surface, the enormous amount of water places intense pressures on everything. To avoid being crushed, many deep-sea creatures have evolved by becoming smaller and by having more gelatinous bodies and bones, as opposed to the more inflexible body structures of animals living near the surface or on land. Deep-sea creatures additionally lack swim bladders and other cavities which inflate and deflate, because they would be easily crushed by the high pressure. Instead, some creatures have specialized molecular structures that help them better withstand the water pressure. The molecules comprising them are common in all fish and are responsible for the distinct smell most fish have, but fish living at great depths have more of them and therefore have an even more intense smell. The water temperature thousands of meters under the surface hovers between -1 degree Celsius and 4 degrees above zero, which is cold enough to freeze most life. Deep-sea marine lifeforms have adapted their bodies to withstand this severe cold though. Some have special enzymes while others have high levels of unsaturated fats, both of which allow animals' bodies to handle the cold, and other deep-sea creatures move at slow speeds to conserve energy, thereby protecting them from the cold as well. In some spots on the ocean floor, thermal vents release energy from the Earth's interior. Around these hot vents, numerous life forms reside, and they have established their own unique ecosystems in the cold ocean depths. Another problem for creatures living so deep is food. Most marine life forms survive by consuming other marine life, yet thousands of meters beneath the surface, there is a distinct lack of prey for predators to catch. Some, including the anglerfish, have evolved to become successful predators, but many others depend on marine snow, the remains of dead fish falling from levels above the deepest parts of the ocean. When creatures die in the ocean, they start sinking. As their bodies fall apart, they create marine snow, which is the continual dropping of small particles of flesh that creatures underneath it then consume. Deep-sea creatures frequently have slower metabolisms that enable them to survive for long periods of time on small amounts of food. They also have large mouths with jaws that can open very wide and teeth that point inward. This ensures that they can easily catch falling food and also lets them grab prey and hold onto it if the opportunity ever arises. Since many creatures living deep in the ocean have multiple adaptations, they not only survive but also thrive despite residing in an environment that would instantly kill most other creatures.